Hello friends, this is Data Guru from Infoloomia. Today we will understand about the tables in Microsoft SQL Server 2019. So tables are database objects that contain all the data in database. In tables, data is logically organized into the format of row and column, similar to the spreadsheet or Excel we have seen many times. So each row represents a unique record and each column represents a field in the record. For example, a table that contains employee data for company might contain a row for each employee and a column representing employee information such as employee number, job title, date of birth, etc. So this is called column. So now we will practically see the data in the table. So let's open the Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio. So we can connect database engine from here. So this is our server name and authentication is Windows authentication. So let's connect. So we can see the few database over here. You can see Adventure Work 2019. You can see Adventure Work Data Warehouse 2019 and you can see the test data. So now open the employee table from Adventure Work. So these are the tables in this database. So let's open the employee table. So you can see these are the columns in employee table and let's pick the one row. This is employee number 3. So his national ID number is 509647174 and login ID is this and organization node is this. So this represents the row about the single employee. Now come to the columns. So this is the column. So in this column we have all the national ID number for all the employees. Same in job title, we can see the job title for all the employees here. So this is the row and column. So this is your row and this is your column. So this makes a table. Now we will see how to create a table. So now come to test database. So this is test database and this is blank now, right? There is no table over here. So let's connect new query. So how to create the table? So we have a syntax to create the table. So there is a syntax create table name. Let's have table name like employee bracket open and in last bracket close, and here we can put the columns with column name and column data type. So let's have EmpID, data type is integer, employee name. So like that we can create the table. So this is our final syntax. We have the employee table, employee ID as integer, employee name as Varchar and department as Varchar. So these are the data types and we separate the columns by comma. So we will understand data type later. Right now we are just creating the table. And now we will see how to insert the data in the created table. So this is the syntax, insert into table name, values and column value. So let's first create the table here. So command is successfully completed. So now refresh this. This is our employee table. So you can see we have 3 tables and if we will see there is no data in the table. So now come again, let's insert this data. We have three employees, employee 1, 2, 3, Peterson, Robertson and Lisa, and they are in department IT, HR and accounts. Just execute this. So you can see one row affected, one row affected and one row affected. So there are all three rows affected. So we can see the data like that. Select asterisk from table name. What is our table name? This is our table name. Let's execute this. So now one table is created named employee and we have three rows and three columns. So like that we can insert multiple rows here. Let's insert one more row. For example, let's say we have another employee 4 and name is Lisa part 2 and department is HR. So just execute this. Now you can see the result. We have 4 employees in the table. So there are several methods to create the table. So I will show you another method. Here is the method we can create a new table from the existing table. So you can see we have an employee table and we will create the employee new table. So there is a syntax, select asterisk into new table from old table. So let's execute this. Now we can see we have 4 rows in employees new table. So this is created from employee table. Now we can see we have another example. For example, we have to create the table from old table, but we don't want any data. So we want actually only structure. So this is the syntax for this. Just hold down. So this is the syntax. Select asterisk into employee new 1. We will create new table employee 1 new from employee where 1 equal to 2. So this is the false condition. So there is no condition matching. So this will create only blank table. So you can see here we have 3 tables. This is the first table we created like that. This is the second table we created like that, and just delete this. This is the third table. So let's check the data in this table. So you can see there is no data because we created only structure. Because if you can run this, if you will run this query, only select asterisk from employee where 1 equal to 2. So this will not return any record. So that's why here we created only structure, so no data copied over here. But we can insert data after creation of table. So this is the method insert into table name from select asterisk from old table name. But there is a condition, both table columns should be same, identical. So here we have the same table. Now we can see data again is the table. Select asterisk from this table. So we inserted all 4 employees record from employee table to employee new one. So there are certain scenario we can insert value only for two columns. For example, we have only employee ID and employee name. Then we have to specify the column name, comma separated column name in bracket, and we have to select only those columns. So just execute this. 4 rows affected, but you will see here data. So there is a null value. If no data is passed in the table, no data value passed in a table or in a column, so there will always be a null. So we will discuss about null in another video. Right now we are understanding on the table. So these are all methods of creating the tables. You can create the tables by GUI. So like that, new tables. So this is the GUI method. You can add column name like that, and data type you can select the data type any. So I am creating only one column in this table. So let's close this. So this will ask table name. So here we will put table name like employee 3. Now refresh this. So this is employee 3 table and there is no record. So this is all about the table. Thank you, friends.
Bye bye. Take care.